What's up guys, Joey B here again, bringing you yet another Summoner's Glory video. Before we get started today, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone for the positive feedback I've had over the past couple of days. I've only just started creating content, and reading some of the comments that I've been receiving in the DMs on Discord and that, it's been really helpful. I'd just like to ask if you do enjoy some of the content I'm putting out, if you could hit the subscribe button, maybe give a thumbs up to some of the videos, that'd be a massive help. I look forward to making many more videos for you guys and help you progress in this game and get to the sort of same stage that I'm at the moment. Anyway, let's continue with today's video. Right guys, so today's video is going to be pretty much all about runes. I'm going to try my best to get all the information you'll sort of need to progress through the game, in my opinion, in as short a period of time as I can. So before we get into the nitty gritty of which runes I think are the best sort of runes you should be chasing for, and which you could probably just feed into every rune you wish to level up, I'll start by going through the biggest hurdle in this game, and that is by far, like anything else, that is gold. Gold has more value than Bitcoin. It is crazy how much you get and how little it lasts. So if you look on your main screen, you click into activity and then go down to adventure, you'll see the top three parts here, the rich goblins. So if you were to get into these, you'll see that there, the random reward, 240,000. It is expensive. It's 30 vigor every run. So I'd advise saving up a little bit of vigor to run this stuff. However, this is where some people might be failing. So if you come in, go to your guild, go to your bonus, your guild bonus, see that there, bonus to gold, 50%. Whether you're a member of a clan, a deputy of a clan, leader of a clan, every 2 days when that goblin is running, you should be trying your best to push your sort of guild hierarchy, or if you are the sort of deputies or leaders, activate this as much as you possibly can at the times that these goblins are up. Because as you've seen, 240,000 per run at awards, you stack this on top of it, you're getting 360,000 every single run. It's a massive advantage. You need to be running this as much as possible. I know a lot of new players might not be aware of this, so they might be pushing for gold. They're losing out big time. So if you aren't in a guild, get yourself in a guild. Beg them to run this as much as physically possible. Never farm gold without that gold boost. It is totally a waste, especially when you're spending 30 vigor every run. Anyway, now that I've got the horrible part of the rune farming out of the way, let's get into the main good stuff. I'll be right back. Right guys, so here we go. The most important information that I feel you kind of need to know about runes, which not really viable in the game right now, and what you definitely need to be farming as much as you possibly can. As you can see from my melon here, this rune set that I have on him right now, this is pretty much your standard DPS sort of rune build. Let me just go and search your squall set here. As you can see, it's ran 40% crit damage increase if you've got a 4-piece set. That's fantastic for any DPS unit. And your harvest set here, this set particularly is fantastic on DPS units, purely for the 2 set effect that gives you the crit rate by 12%, and like that's handy. That's less stats you need to worry about when it's come to substat rolls. This set specifically is the number one set for any sort of initiator you're having in the game, whether that be for PvE content, PvP content. So only rune at the moment in the game that has a percentage speed increase. So 10% speed increase. I'll come on to sort of phantoms later, to where this is definitely key to be running. But yeah, harvest set, farm this as much as possible. Squall set, farm this as much as possible. I don't think you can really, early game, mid game, you can't get bad runes of these. If you're just running the sets themselves, absolutely fantastic. So first one we've got up here, you can see here, the blue rune. Right, so this is a little visual bug that some people might not be aware of. So at the moment, you could be farming legendary runes, and these spines may pop out blue for some random reason. I believe it is being fixed on the May the 14th update. However, just be aware if you see a blue spine rune, don't just get rid of it, because it is potentially a legendary rune and you could have been thrown away something really good. However, so these spine sets are fantastic at the moment for, well, sort of the only one tank in the game, your King Arthur, but your HP percentage, damage-based champ like Phantoms, Lord of Shadows, double spine all day of the week. Your Sea Conqueror could be running double spines, and also your Secret Dancer could definitely be running this set because of her ridiculously hard-hitting proc of her HP percentage. Anyway, yeah, definitely it's 4-set effect. I wouldn't really say that that's any relevance in the game right now. Reflecting damage backs, not really used in the current meta. So, the next set, the most annoying set in the game. However, it is also the most useful set in the game, especially early to mid game and for the Demon Tower. So, your Headcracker set, this was primarily used on most AoE Phantoms, simply for the fact that it's got its 4-item set effect. Whenever you're dealing damage to an enemy, it's got a 20% chance to stun. So that's why you've probably, if you've partaken in any arena fights, right, you see some people running Haley with this set, and it can really ruin your life. But at the same time, if you've been running through the game and you've actually built this up yourself, you'll understand how easy this set can make the game up until immunity comes into play. So I would highly recommend you definitely have a set of this sitting at the side, if not already equipped to a Phantom you're using, just depending on your lineup. Its 2-set effect at the moment doesn't really do anything because effect accuracy and resistance is so busted. We're hoping that it's going to be fixed soon, and then this, well, it's going to help Haley even more, and then I'll probably cry myself to sleep. But yeah, 30% effect accuracy increase potentially could be massive come later on, but we shall see. So the next one I'll talk about here, Heat Rune. Increased P attack, M attack percentage. Yeah, that's alright, but put it in the bin, feed it to your runes. Like, 40% crit damage in a 4-piece set, by far better than any. It doesn't matter if you run this along with another set I'll show you in a second. Crit damage stacks the same as, if not slightly better than, a like plain out physical attack, magical attack percentage. Crit damage is where you want to be heading. For the sake of sticking 2 of these in place of your crit rate boost off of your 2-set harvest, I do not recommend that. All heat runes, unless the substats are ridiculous, in my personal opinion, feed them away. This set right here used to be trash, used to be fed into every single rune you possibly had. However, a Phantom, since recently buffed, has now changed that, and Battle Wound has a place in the game. So, at the moment, we're only seeing it run on King Arthur, absolute supreme tank who can definitely put out a good punch. So these Battle Wounds right here, they give you your 15% physical attack, magical attack. Yeah, that's not really a biggie. The 4-set effect, when attacking an enemy, transforms 35% damage into HP. So you're building your King Arthur, it's thrown out, what, 500k? You're talking about 200k HP coming straight back to you, like each hit, and his big cleaves. It's ridiculous. Honestly, this changes the game on him specifically. Whether or not more tanks come into the meta that you can maybe build up with some Battle Wound sets, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see some people's theory crafted teams. But right now, Battle Wound can be used. Any magical attack Battle Wound, yeah, possibly feed away. Physical attack, keep it. You never know. You might get that King Arthur, get him skilled up, and your game might just change. So the next set down here, your Oppression set. So back when I started playing, this used to be what to run because it was completely busted and the damage increase was applied if only one enemy had a status effect. So all your Ice Dragon, Sabers, Freezing Someday, both, it was nuts. Now, you don't see it run that often. Maybe Secret Dancer gets it on here and there, but I'd maybe have a set. I've seen some Zeuses run with it, but I just can't see why you'd choose 25% extra damage under a control effect over like a 4-set Squall. I really don't. Especially when you'll see maybe early game, mid game, you could say that I'm wrong, but it's the more you progress into the game, immunity becomes a thing, and unless you're running Zeus and landing paralyzes all the time, the control effects don't really go out that often. So, in my personal opinion, I don't run Oppression, and I don't see myself running it anytime soon. I'm more for Squall. But by all means, it has its place. If you're running the right team and you're dropping the status effect, then yeah, go ahead. You're getting 25% extra damage. I don't see anything wrong with that. And you get your little 15% physical and magical attack boost. So this is the set that I was referring to earlier when we were speaking about heat. This is another one of your 15% boosts from your 2-set effects. Right now, I believe this stacks. So your 2-set effect gives you 15% physical attack, magical attack. Your 4-set effect gives you 20%. I won't say anything more about that because I'm not entirely sure if I read that it was intended or wasn't intended. However, this attack at the moment does stack, so you could get a good increase from it that potentially could match your crit damage percentage. But I'm not going to tell you to do that because I don't know for sure. For me, I don't use these runes. This is another rune that I will just feed into my Squalls, Headcrackers, Spines, all the sort of better meta rune sets at the moment. So, let's see if we've got any. Here we go. So this is a strange set. This is your shield set right here. So your 2-set effect, you're getting an increase of physical and magical defense by 15%, which should be good. However, defense is another part of this game that we're not all that too sure about right now. I'm very confident it isn't working as intended. There has been some tests in that done where it shows that damage is being reduced at higher level mobs, whether that be due to defense being higher or is it just because it's scaled with until we get proper confirmation, we don't really know. But when you're fighting in an arena, it doesn't look like there's any sort of defense taking part, so it kind of takes value off of this set because its 4-set effect is actually pretty good. Reducing incoming damage by 20%, that's fantastic. So if they had it to a stage where defense was meaningful and you could build a tanky unit with high defense, this set would definitely find its place in the meta. But as currently, no, this is just another feed. Just put it straight into another rune until somebody can clarify, yeah, defense is good working. If you've got high defense, you're taking less damage. Right. Self-healing rune. Not fantastic. Used on a couple of phantoms. Your HP percentage phantoms again. If anything's doing damage based on their own HP. Your Lord of Shadows, Sea Conquerors, Secret Dancers. You might run these along with your Spines. I know my Lord of Shadows I built with 2 self-healing, 2 Spine runes. It's the 15% extra HP is just... It's a big jump if you're stacking HP on them. So I like it. You're not going to put 4 of these on because there's so many other better sets that offer a better 4-set effect. So, yeah, you can feed these, maybe get a couple, put them to the side, or if you've got your Lord of Shadows, and stick them on. By all means, you will see the damage increase, but yeah, most of these get fed as well. And where's my favourite set? Where is it? Oh, I've got none of them. Well, that's a shame. So the 4th set I was going to talk about is the Dracula set, and it is completely irrelevant, and you should feed them at the earliest opportunity. In fact, I wouldn't feed them. If I had the opportunity, I would dismantle them and pay a fee of 5,000 gold to get rid of them. That set has no place in the game right now, and they really need to do something to it to get it to work. So, I believe I've went over all the sort of runes and what you need to know, so I'll quickly jump into a few phantoms, show you how I've built them, so you can kind of maybe take a screenshot of it and be like, yeah, okay, so that's how I want to build this phantom. Or laugh at me because you think it's totally wrong. So, my King Arthur, as I was saying, I've stuck 4 battle wounds in him, 2 spines. So, as you see, the 4 set effect, reducing incoming damage, and just take the 20%, 5% health increase. Zoe, still a little work in progress. She's alright. Damage dealer. A lot of people are running her on a head cracker. It works. Maybe not. It's a single hit AoE. Yeah, okay. I went for damage. I like damage. So I want to see her to get some ridiculous numbers because her A1 is completely busted. And I love it. My melon. Hopefully you've all seen my previous video. You know, 4 Squall, 2 Harvest, Dracula Eye. So this is a weird one. I would say more. So you've got your 4 Harvest for your speed increase. But I play quite a lot of PvP, and as we know, speed is key. So I've just went with an offset here, just through, because I couldn't get a speed run with more than 12 speed, and I had a 19 roll on a resist. So yeah, you can see the substat. Like, if you can do something like this, fantastic. I'd much prefer to have had a set and roll maybe, even if it was just like a 6 and then get a set effect. But as it stands right now, to get the most speed out of him, offset. So, Hayley, my absolute goddess. I love this phantom. Absolutely fantastic. She needs a buff. Yeah, 4 head cracker. Ruins lives. Puts people to bed in tears. And then your 2 harvest. Just because you could run anything on Hayley, it doesn't matter. You could probably run it with 32 runes and should break the game. As long as she's got these 4 head crackers, wow. Life's made easy. Another common phantom, here you go, your Lord of Shadows. As I was saying before, yeah, there you go. So that's how I'd probably build my Lord of Shadows, because I like my damage. Double spines, double self-healing, 2 harvest. Go for it. And another common one. So here you go, Initiator. As much speed as you want. So I built her with... Oh, shit. So as I was saying before, that strange disconnect, my internet must have dropped out. Yeah, 4 harvest, 2 spine. That's how I'd build my Sea Conqueror. She does damage based off HP, so get the spines on her. And she is the best initiator in the game. She might not be the fastest, but she drops turn meter in all enemies. So yeah, I've explained this to a good few people, and it's helped them when they're stuck in the game. Just get 4 harvest on her, and it changes your life. So yeah, I think that's me about wrapped up. I hope I haven't missed anything, because I feel like I've covered the important things. I know runes are expensive. They are hard work. You're definitely not going to be max runed, all legendary, end game sort of runes in the first couple of weeks of playing. It is a slow process, and there's many people with many different sort of ideas on how to build phantoms. So from what I've told you is not 100% how you need to do it. And I hope there's some people that watch this and maybe go, no, you're wrong. Build something different. Create a new meta. That's what we're all trying to push content for. You look for stuff and then you change it. So yeah, thank you again for watching. Like I said at the start of the video, guys, it'd be absolutely fantastic if you just give it a little thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. I will try to give you as much information on all other aspects of the game that I see people are needing information. If you want a video, feel free to ask. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching and peace out.